things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, going to the air. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Number 80.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Georgia offense will take over 1st and 10.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Give to the running back. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, Overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves for some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Military stunt.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Second down coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They go right back to it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Returner runs out of bounds.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Vols can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Moose.
Breaks the tackle. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
He's tackled.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Banner.
Looking to throw. It's Sharp. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field, making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive gain.
The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Trick 9, beat.
From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Tackle is made.
It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
22, water, front.
Dropping back, it's Sharp. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield.
By a tight end. Gain of 18.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go, ready, go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first
He's
quarter.
brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats.
Tennessee.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Loses 1.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback may change this route.
On the ready.
Dropping back, it's Sharp. Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Brought down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Charcoal.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Volunteers.
That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gives it on the option. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Cornhole 88. Cornhole 88. Let's go.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
With the carry.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Picks up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Buys a little extra time. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play.
Okay, break. Ready up.
To the air. It's Sharp. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Picks up 9. Brings up second
It'll be
down.
second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Trick 9 beat. Trick 9 beat. What do you
Give to the running back. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
First and goal.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Set, ready. Hunt.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Touchdown, Georgia.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Setting up for the extra point and the top.
For the extra point.
And the point after is good.
The kick is
Quick
good.
work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
Cooler.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Picks up 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Vols can really attack on this second and short.
Here we go. Set.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Sharp. Flips it out on the screen. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Picks up 7.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
Fly, trumpet. Set up.
The run from the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Second down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The Volunteers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Press. Kill. 221 wing. 221 wing.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Vols will go for it here on 4th down.
Set, ready.
Quarterback making checks.
To the line. Set up.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Tackle is made.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll immediately call timeout.
By the receiver.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Come on, set. Six propane. Six propane. On step. Okay, ready?
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Base 27 jump.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Georgia.
And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Georgia 17, Tennessee 14.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the 2nd half. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Here we go. Ready. Canopy.
Back to pass. Got the quick pass. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
22 water. 22 water. Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
He'll take it himself. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
At the 46.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Music note! Music note!
The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
The throw to the outside is complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
He's tackled.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
And they will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Georgia.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Set to kick it away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work. The Big Orange offense on the field.
Ready!
Back to pass. It's Sharp. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Might be changing the route.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready! Set up!
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throwing right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
Flow! Cooler!
Quick handoff. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Near the 16-yard line.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short.
Ready! Ready! Dip 3 soda! Dip 3 Ready, go!
They'll leave it with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
On the play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Number 25.
No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Extra point.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit. Boom. Pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense.
Okay, ready?
After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But
He's got it on the outside. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Fires to the big fella. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
touchdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. First play of the drive comes from the 41. The corners are walked up tight. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it past the marker. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Set, ready.
Looking to fire. Throws to the back. He's got his man. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
31 on the
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Football 7. Football 7.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll keep it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
number 25.
They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
at the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Trick 9, beat.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw it sharp. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Vols with the 1st and 10.
Cookie. Drum, tenor. Okay, break.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hicks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 27.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Georgia.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense.
Let's go! Let's go!
To the ground with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Second down coming up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll try the right side. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clark. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Wing! 221 wing!
Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good.
Georgia, 45.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
To advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Ready!
The give from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes down the right side. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Number 27.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
22, water!
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Plows through the defense. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Down.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's the give off the left side. Find some fresh air. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Flag.
They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. Wide open spaces. At the 30. Inside the touchdown ball. He got a step and just dusted the field.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
52, Tennessee, 42.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set.
On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. Once again, finding nowhere to run down against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
The kick is on its way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 38.
Trail! Here we go! Direction!
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's sharp. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that is a play you got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Come on, set! Ready!
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Takes the knee, and the perfect season is still alive. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams